I want to invite you to my new podcast, The Buttons Up Impact, a podcast focused on cancer awareness, education, and helping people stay informed about their health. One of the cancers we'll talk about often is ovarian cancer, because awareness and early detection can truly save lives. But we'll also explore other cancers, sharing information that helps people recognize warning signs and encourages them to talk with their doctors sooner. Because awareness matters. And if you believe in this mission, we invite you to support Buttons Up and help us continue spreading awareness and making an impact. Remember, cancer awareness is every day. Stay aware, stay proactive, and remember, buttons up and fight back. Go to buttonsup.io.
Cancer can feel incredibly isolating. Doctor visits, treatments, uncertainty. It can make people feel like they're going through something alone. But when people connect, when they share their stories, when they support each other, something powerful happens. That's what this podcast is meant to be, a place where conversations happen openly, where people feel supported, and where awareness spreads. And the apparel line you see connected to Buttons Up is a big part of that awareness. Those shirts that started as something we made together as a family became a symbol of something larger. When someone wears Buttons Up apparel, it often starts a conversation. Someone might ask what the name means. They might ask about the mission. And in that moment, awareness spreads. That's how movements grow, one conversation at a time. Today, Buttons Up represents more than apparel. It represents a mission of awareness, healing, community, and impact. It honors the memory of a daughter while helping other families learn, stay informed, and advocate for their health. You're listening to the Buttons Up Impact, where awareness becomes action and one conversation can change everything. Let's make some waves and talk about the conversations people avoid, but the ones that could actually save lives. And today's episode is real, because awareness, it's not enough. Let me ask you something. If you knew something was wrong, would you actually go check, or would you wait? Be honest with yourself, because that question right there, that's the difference between awareness and action. And I want you to really sit with that for a second, because almost everyone thinks they would take action until they're actually in that moment. And today's episode is real, because awareness, it's not enough. Let's just call it what it is. People don't avoid checkups because they don't care. You avoid them because you're scared of what you might hear. You tell yourself, I feel fine. You say, I'll go later. Or maybe it's time. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's just life getting in the way. But if we're being real, it's avoidance. And that avoidance shows up in different ways for different people. I know someone who had a persistent cough. Nothing crazy, just something that wouldn't go away. They joked about it, blamed allergies, blamed the weather. Months went by. By the time they finally got it checked, it wasn't just a cough anymore. It was something much bigger. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt something off and brushed it off like it was nothing? A headache, fatigue, pain? Something your body was trying to tell you and you ignored it? Because that's what most people do. Not because they're careless, but because facing it feels heavier than ignoring it. Here's the part nobody wants to talk about. Waiting has a cost. Cancer doesn't always show up loud. Sometimes it whispers. And when those whispers get ignored, early stage becomes late stage. Treatable becomes complicated, and options become limited. And this is where it gets real, because most people don't say, I wish I would have waited longer. They say, I wish I would have gone sooner. Think about that. I remember hearing about a woman named Denise, someone who always put herself last. Work came first, family came first, everything came before her health. She kept rescheduling her appointment over and over, not because she didn't care, but because she thought she had time. That's the lie a lot of people believe. I have time, but time doesn't always wait with you. Then there's the opposite story. A guy named Marcus, early 30s, completely healthy, works out, eats right, went in for a routine checkup, almost didn't go. They found something early, so early that treatment was simple, minimal, manageable. And today, he's fine. Same situation, two completely different outcomes. The only difference? One waited, one acted. Early detection changes everything. It gives you options, it gives you time, it gives you a chance. So the real question is, what are you risking by waiting? Let's change the way you see this. Because checkups, they're not something to fear, they're something that gives you control. Awareness gives you information. Action gives you power. Early detection gives you opportunity. Going to the doctor doesn't mean something is wrong. It means you're choosing to take care of yourself before something becomes wrong. That's strength. That's discipline. That's responsibility. Think about it like this. There was a family I knew growing up who treated checkups like non negotiables, just like paying bills, just like showing up to work. And because of that, things got caught early every time. No panic, no scrambling, just control. So instead of asking, what if something is wrong, start asking, what if catching it early saves my life? This is exactly why Buttons Up exists, because this isn't just about clothing. It's about starting conversations. It's about education through this podcast. It's about building a community that holds each other accountable. I've seen it happen. Someone wears a buttons up shirt to the gym, and another person asks, what does that mean? And that one question turns into a real conversation about checkups, about fear, about not waiting anymore. And sometimes that conversation is the push someone needed. That's how impact actually happens, not in silence, but in conversation. So here's what I want you to do. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. If it's been a while, schedule your checkup. Share this episode with someone you care about. Start the conversation you've been avoiding. Because awareness doesn't save lives, action does. And if this message hit you, don't keep it to yourself. Episode 2 is already live. Episode 3, you're in it right now, and we're just getting started. Go to buttonsup.io. Be part of the movement. Because this is bigger than a podcast. This is about showing up for your life. Okay, that's all from me today. I'll see you in the next episode. But more importantly, I hope you show up for yourself before then. If this episode moved you, share it. Send it to someone you love, because awareness only travels as far as we carry it.
This isn't just apparel, it's a movement. Introducing the Buttons Up Sports Collection, where style meets strength and comfort meets confidence. From the court to the streets, every piece is made to move with you, not against you.
Bold, breathable, and built for performance. This is more than sportswear. It's a statement. Unbutton the ordinary. Unleash the athlete. Shop the new collection today at buttonsup.io and wear what moves you.
Are you ready to hit the court with purpose? This is your chance to join the Buttons Up Sports 3-on-3 Basketball League in Davenport, Iowa. We're calling all adults, men and women, age 21 and up. Whether you're playing for fun, for fitness, or for the love of the game, this league is about community, connection, and competition. And every game means more, because at Buttons Up, we play with purpose, raising awareness and support in the fight against cancer. Spots are limited, so gather your team, bring your energy, and sign up today at buttonsup.io. Buttons Up Sports, more than a game, it's a movement.
Hey, the Buttons Up Impact podcast is live. You can listen right now inside my Biz in a Box at buttonsup.io, and while you're there, go grab your Buttons Up apparel and your awareness bracelet, and don't forget, you can also be part of our adult 3-on-3 basketball league right here in Davenport, Iowa. This is more than a brand. This is a community. Tap in, stay aware. Be a part of the cancer awareness movement that is every day. Go to buttonsup.io.
Tired of the same old button-down routine? Feeling a bit, well, unbuttoned? It's time to pop the buttons on boring with Buttons Up. Buttons Up is your one-stop shop for custom apparel collections where buttons take center stage. Express yourself with statement designs, witty slogans, and buttons that say it all. From classic to quirky, bold to beautiful, our curated collections let you personalize your look and unleash your inner fashion icon. So ditch the dull and don the daring. Pop into the Buttons Up shop and shop the pop. Visit us now to discover custom apparel collections that will make you pop.